Yeah, so going long right here, 10:37, looking for a trade towards the new week opening gap. Later I'll talk about what's the story behind this trade. Right now, let's just focus on the price. Okay, pretty much that is very problematic for a long position, and you can see I got stopped out after 2 minutes. And right now, yep, going short. I was thinking that this CB might, although I guess an emergent fair value gap, right? But you see the fact that this candle right here, it did not close below the yellow region, and we are inside of the first presented fair value gap. So it's quite an aggressive shot if you ask me. But primarily, definitely the bias was bullish. But my thinking was it might want to trade back to this fair value gap. So it was intended to be just a short scalp to mitigate. And just looking at the pre-market, the intermarket, this is a CB, unseed whole price, and didn't do so. So right now you can see that we have two things here: bodies respecting the BC, and we have a full closure of the CB. So that is what you don't want to see in a short position. So yeah, the underlying narrative still signals that it wants to go long, it wants to go higher, because those new week opening gaps, they are like magnets. Right now we can see it trade higher, and yeah, this is a day where you're right but you're unprofitable. Yeah, it goes with trading. It's very normal for trading to be right but not profitable. Very normal. And yep, we have a retest of that CV. So we are still above the midpoint of the silver bullet. So you can see that right here is a good chance to go long again. But I did not do so because yeah, it's already reached the threshold for each day losses. And you can see it took out a short-term low. So right now, if price wants to go higher, it's allowed to go higher. And we have 3 more minutes to the 1050 macro, and you can see it's very, very, very nice reaction of the low of the reclaimed BC. Right now, this is a reclaimed silver bullet. Okay, this whole place, the whole narrative is still saying that it wants to go higher. That's why immediate rebalance right there. Do we spike higher right now? And yeah, this whole trade, it was like I finished work at 10, and then I was looking at the markets already. But then when I go back home, I decided yes, it's 10. 10 is right here. I was looking at here, and I was thinking to myself, yeah, it can go higher, and you can see I missed the opportunities to trade higher, and I had to go pump petrol and do all the other stuff. So by the time I reached home, it was like 10, close to 10:30, and usually 10:30 is generally 9:30 to 10:30 is generally when the morning session will make create its low, and you can see it creates it right there. And I'll show you where is it. It is actually a midpoint of the daily buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. So right now you can see after the immediate rebalance, price touches the BC one more time, and then it trades higher for the opening range high, and into we have there. Right here we have relatively equal highs inside of this new opening gap inside of this BC. So very easy draw right here. Okay, did not expect myself to go long. But it's not a big deal, you know. The problem with this trade is trading on missed opportunities. And that's one flaws that I have. And US 500, you can see we have a gap right there, very big one. That's a liquidity void. People want to go back there again, and you can see just now the relatively go highs that I was talking about. It reached there into the new way opening gap, so that is low hanging fruit objective. Buying at 29,180 towards here. It's like a easy 40-50 points with the 1050 macro. Yeah, overall this is a very good, it's a very nice trade, but you know at the start it was just meandering around waiting for 1050 macro and just hyping that, you know, good thing that I did follow the rules. Yeah, it's like maximum 2 to 3% a day, because right now I'm trading with a relatively small account, so can't really limit myself into those small positions because I'm already using the minimum leverage for the next 100 cash. And you can see the whole trade, you know, this is one of the trades where you can be right but you just weren't profitable because you were wrong about the entry timing, you were wrong about your stop loss placement, whatever, you know. And right now, do we see continuation from this fair gap? Okay, this can be a measuring gap. So measuring gap here to this here is a measuring gap for it to reach deeper into this CB. So this is a measuring gap. You can enter. This is a institutional order flow entry view, and then uses the midpoint of the new week opening gap to trade higher. Beautiful. So do we trade higher? Really punch into the first presented fair gap of Monday. Yep, so SP500 looking very nice. Just looking for ways to mitigate right now. You can see trying to mitigate the loss that I got by trading just now. Mm, yeah, so but I decided to just stop because you know it's already 11 and no point trying to trade missed opportunities. And this is one thing what I realized also when I'm at work. It's different from at home, you know. At home, I have my monitors. I can see the charts. But at work, it's just off a small phone and a tablet. And so, just one thing that I'm being very aware of, and I'm trying to just fit it in my trade, in my work life. But eventually, definitely, gonna quit my job when my trading is pretty consistent. So that's it for this. That's it for this trade. Okay, just trade when you're comfortable. Okay, it's just this trade, nothing wrong with this trade. It's just part of the subconscious behind is I missed out this trade when I was in work, and when I came back, price was already here. Then you can see the price want to take a short-term low, then it continue rallying higher. So this whole drop right here, is actually to collect more longs, to let people believe that, oh, this is resistant. So they want people to believe that it's going to go short, it's going to go lower, but actually this is to induce more sell stops. And also, okay, why was this a valid entry? First, because we have this gauntlet right here. After it take out the pre-market sell side, we have a gauntlet right here. Beautiful, price supported it, break in market structure shift right here, and then it holds price in this CB, unfilled failure gaps, that is speed. Then here to the terminus, right here to the terminus, midpoint, price consolidates, and then here this CB, price use it to trade lower for that OTE. So right now we expect this to trade as an inversion. You can see it supports it beautifully. This is an order block, definitely an order block in the higher time frame. And then we can see it take out the short-term low right here, use the first presented fair value gap, accumulate longs, accumulate longs. So this is the business right here where I bought, and then the trade higher for my draw liquidity, taking out immediate the relatively equal highs, ultimately to the Monday first presented fair gap. This pretty much done for the day. Was a very good study.